If you want to make your videos look smoother, more dynamic, and way more professional, then learning how to use CapCut Keyframes is one of the best skills you can pick up. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to add keyframes in CapCut step by step, even if you've never used them before. We'll go through the whole process, from selecting your clip to creating motion, zooms, and smooth transitions that make your edit stand out. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more simple CapCut editing guides just like this one. Alright, let's jump right in. First, open your project in CapCut and make sure the media you want to animate is already in your timeline. This can be a video clip, an image, or even a text layer. Keyframes work across different elements, so you can use them to create movement, emphasis, and professional-looking effects throughout your edit. Once your clip is selected, look at the top right panel and make sure you're in the correct tab. If you're editing video, go to the Video tab. If you're working with text, switch to the Text tab. And if you're applying movement to audio-related elements, make sure you're in the right settings area for that layer. After that, click Basic so you can access the main properties like scale, position, and opacity. These are the controls that you'll use most often when working with keyframes. Now comes the important part. Move the blue playhead to the exact moment where you want the animation to begin. This matters because the playhead tells CapCut where your first keyframe will be placed. If you want a zoom effect to start right at the beginning of your clip, place the playhead at the start. If you want the motion to kick in later, move it to that exact frame. Precision here gives you much better results. Next, find the property you want to animate. A few common ones are scale for zooming in and out, position for moving the clip across the screen, and opacity for fade effects. Once you've chosen the setting, click the small diamond icon next to that property. That diamond is your first keyframe. You'll usually see it appear in the settings panel, and it will also show up on the clip in your timeline, so you know CapCut has recorded that starting point. Now you're ready to create the animation itself. Move the playhead forward to the point where you want the effect to finish. This could be a few seconds later, or even just a short moment depending on the style you want. Then change the value of the property you selected. For example, if you want a zoom-in effect, increase the scale. If you want the clip to slide across the screen, adjust the position. If you want it to fade in or fade out, change the opacity. As soon as you make that adjustment, CapCut automatically creates the second keyframe. Between those two keyframes, CapCut smoothly transitions the effect for you, which is what creates that polished animated motion. This is what makes keyframes so powerful. Instead of a static clip sitting there with no movement, you can make text drift into frame, zoom in on a subject, pan across a photo, or slowly fade elements in and out. You can use this same method over and over again to build much more engaging edits. If you want the movement to feel more natural, try keeping your changes subtle. Small scale increases and gentle position shifts often look cleaner than extreme movement. You can also stack keyframes on different properties to create more advanced animations. For example, you could zoom in while moving slightly to the left, or fade in text while also sliding it upward. Once you get comfortable, you can start experimenting with multiple keyframes on the same clip to create custom motion paths and more cinematic effects. Another helpful tip is to preview your animation after setting the keyframes. Play it back a few times and check whether the motion feels too fast, too slow, or too dramatic. If needed, move the keyframes closer together for a quicker effect, or farther apart for a slower, smoother transition. The spacing between keyframes is just as important as the values you choose. And that's the basic workflow for using CapCut keyframes. Select your media, open the correct settings panel, place the playhead, add your first keyframe, move forward, and adjust the property to create the motion. Once you understand that pattern, you can use keyframes to bring almost any edit to life. If this tutorial helped you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next CapCut editing lesson. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.